bit of a light rain here. Now we are going to go see how far 1.5 miles are. Got my handy dandy little watch here. I actually need to get set. Hardly ever use this thing. I kind of just run with how I feel. And since I haven't really had a goal, I haven't measured distance aside what's on my phone. Oh, and look who we have. Pooty, how are you? Good boy, and Nino.
Got another friend?
A new friend? You want to come on a run? You want to come on a run? Oh, good stretch. It's a big stretch. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. So I think I'll just find a little threshold here. Just gonna have to avoid some rainy spots. It's a lot of uneven ground, so water just pools up like that in all sorts of random spots. And I live here in this little rice field place. It's like a huge trail that goes all the way through this area, so it's really nice. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You want attention? You want attention? Come on, let's go. I give you a cookie after, okay? Alright. So yeah, let's get this watch set here, and then I'll just run 1.2 kilometers because 1.5 miles is around 2,400 meters by my calculations. No, I Googled it. So yeah, I'll run 1.2 kilometers out and then come back once I see that mark on my watch. I'll also measure it on my phone here too. So I'm not really doing this one for time. I'm just trying to see a good distance mark so that I can know for future runs what my distance is like. And then I'll do a full-on pass start to finish. IFT, excuse me. I'll do a full-on IFT start to finish in, I mean, I could do it today. I don't have a pool, so I guess I could just be doing the TAC-P's version of it. They don't have to swim, I don't think. So, yeah. What do you think, Pooty? You ready to do this? You ready to go for a run? All right, let's get this thing set. All right, just started. Let's see. The app isn't really working since I don't have internet connection here, so we'll just do a light jaunt with my little white horse here. Pretty good place to run. As far as conditions go, it's kind of shitty. But as far as scenes go, it's pretty nice. After it rained, nice fresh air, and a good running partner. Oi, who's also crazy. Don't do it. He wants to. Don't do it. How the hell do I even see the distance on this thing? Hey, come on. Oh, he's going for one. Pooty, come on. It's not worth it. Oh, shit. Hey, Pooty. Hey. Shh. Pooty. Oh, he got one. Oh, you fucking asshole. How do I even get over there? This bridge is not safe. Hey, Pooty, cut it out. He doesn't even... Fuck, he's fucking it up. Damn. Sorry, guys. It's a fucking wild card. Let's see if I can jump here. Goddamn, fucking crazy dog. Hey! Fuck. Damn. Pooty! Well, that's how that goes. Fucking guy. ticks all up in here and shit. Hey, drop it. Putty, drop it. God. You're a psycho. I bet you don't even feel bad about it, do you? I mean, no point in really chasing him for. Hey, enough of that. He's looking for another one. Damn. Poor guy. Sorry, duck. I'm with a psychopath, man. You're a psycho, Putty. It's a wild dog. Whenever you do a walk through tall grass, you want to immediately check for ticks so they don't crawl up in your gooch. I think we're good. Come on, you psycho. You got bad karma. Oh, he's gonna go back. He's just got like this drive. Whenever they run, he like has to chase them. I don't know why. Look, he's got it in his mouth now. It's got a fucking bloodthirst. I don't even think he eats it. He just wants to kill them. It's like playing with a toy. He's just bored. Well, let's see what my distance is here. That took 300 meters or so. Probably took me a few 50 meters off trail here. Fucking going through all this shit. Oh my god. Now I gotta jump back over here. I lucked out by grabbing this thing. Let's see if I can jump back across. I think I can. If not, you guys are gonna see me eat shit. Ugh. You boy's still an athlete. Hey, come on, you can keep coming with me. Fucking psycho. Okay, so whatever. Now we're at 334 meters. Hopefully this psycho doesn't want to kill anything else. Damn. Hopefully Poochie doesn't see them. He comes back through. These guys are terrified. Look at them. They just saw one of their homies get snatched up. Some fucking psychopath dog. 770 meters. So maybe I can turn halfway here, go all the way back, and maybe that'll be, I don't know. We want to go all the way to 1.2, and that will be the halfway mark. Maybe choose a different path for the next measurement. This one's not bad, but only if I do it alone. Obviously, when I have this wild card with me, who knows what can happen. Just tell this guy to get off the track. All right. So at the end of this rice field is likely 1,200 meters without dealing with putty shit. So at 13 minutes, that's a fail. It's only halfway. So yeah, I think I got a good measurement of where I need to go. So I'd basically have to do this run that I did twice. Obviously, it's not an ideal location. You have all of this life happening about. It's not just a clear track where you can just run and focus solely on running in your pace. You gotta avoid cracks, little random hills, puddles from rain, dogs killing ducks. All of it can happen here in the wild east. So yeah, I'll just finish this little bit of the run. Just why not get some distance in. This initial run wasn't meant to be so much for like a time trial, mainly just to get a measure of distance so that whenever I do my first IFT, I don't have to worry about that part. I can just come and run. But honestly, I think this area won't be the most ideal to get an accurate time for my distance. But it's also really good, you know, if you train in less than perfect conditions, and whenever you do have the opportunity to have an eval day, I mean, and every day will be different. I ran plenty of evals in the rain and brutal cold, and being sleep deprived and stuff too, and always pass them. So if your training is already up to par, then it really shouldn't matter. And whenever I was preparing for the pipeline, doing my own training, I mean, my sessions were pretty brutal, but I was pretty smart about how I divided up my speed days with my distance days, as well as like rucking endurance and stuff. For this portion, I won't be doing any rucking or anything like that. I don't have boots and I don't have a ruck out here. And like I said, I don't have a pool accessible either. So I'll just mainly be doing the calisthenic stuff and running and seeing where I can get with that. So maybe tomorrow I'll do an accurate test. I'll try to avoid putti. Some more ducks here. I mean, I guess he's doing population control, which I don't think you need to. These ducks, they're used to like clean the insects in all these rice fields. Like these two stragglers. You're not gonna make it. You two, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. You're behind. You're too far behind. You're small. That was rude. He is small though. Probably a young guy. Better luck next year. So yeah, I'll just finish this nice little jaunt. And yeah, maybe later today I can do some calisthenic portion. I could go to the gym and do a chest workout, and then also see where my push-ups are at with the fatigue chest. Yesterday I did the pull-ups, which I feel pretty good about. My back's decently strong, and yeah, at the end of the workout I was still able to rep out 8, but these bare minimums is not really, it shouldn't be what you're aiming for. You should be the bare minimum of each grad standard, and this is just the entry level, 8 reps. Should be like a piece of cake. You should be able to do that on your worst day. If you're sick, if you're haven't eaten all day, it should just be something that's like automatic. All of these numbers, the push-ups, sit-ups, the run time, all of that should be like your bare minimum on your worst possible day. Because as you go through these courses, you'll have like an eval day during each, to enter into the next phase. And each eval, the standards are a little bit more difficult. They've upped the ante. And I'll be honest, you don't get too much benefit of the training in the beginning portions of the pipeline. It's kind of just like non-stop smoke sessions. So you're not really building yourself up. You're actually getting broken down. 1.69. You're actually getting broken down during this phase. And if your level isn't already at grad standards, by the time you go in there, you're probably in trouble. And it happened to a lot of guys that I was on team with. Thankfully for me, I was well prepared as a retrainee. I already kind of had a little bit of experience going through the retrainee assessment, which was my first intro into anything pipeline related. I didn't do any water con up to that point. I had just been doing a lot of breath hold stuff in underwaters, but I didn't know anything about knot tying or even drown proofing. So that was my first intro to that. And I credit my, I was already in really good shape at that point. So thankfully I was able to kind of at least be able to muscle through a lot of it and keep control of my heart rate. Whereas if I wasn't so in shape and I was being introduced to something new, I probably wouldn't have been successful. And so that's kind of what they're grading you for. It's all just kind of like to see how much you've prepared yourself on your own time. They're not there to really train you until really after you get your beret. Once you earn your beret after combat control school, then you're considered an asset to them, you know? Still got to go through dive, and that's like the real, that's like the final hill before you're actually considered, well, you're still considered a controller. You guys know about Keegan Baker, who died at dive school. He was a controller, and he's a part of one of the, he's a fallen comrade, so they do memorial push-ups for him on the day that he passed. So once you get your beret, you're a controller. You're considered a controller. You're just going through upgrade training. So you're a 3 level. And then you go through advanced skills training, and that's where you earn your 5 level. You go through combat diver course, then you go through military free fall, and then after that you go through like ERT and ORT, which is employment readiness training and operational readiness training. And there you'll kind of put all the pieces together of the more advanced skills that you've just learned through this phase of training. And then they prep you to get to join a team, an operational team. And then from there you even go through like a new guy phase, and you get kind of spun up on just the team's standard operating procedures. And every time you go to a new team, you're going to be having to learn some rules of the land, how they do things there. So you're kind of always going to be in this training phase, and at the foundation of it all should be your fitness level, your physical ability. Let's see what we're at here, 1.97. So yeah, this turned out to be less than a run. Kind of got derailed by that killing that we had to witness. I don't even know where he is now, that little psycho. He's probably just chewing on that thing in the rice field. So yeah, at the basis of this, you want your physical ability to always be maintained. It should be sharp. There shouldn't be a time to where you let that go, and you'll see a lot of dudes let that go. Like, I've seen plenty of fat controllers, and they can still get the job done. But it's a bit more difficult to learn new things. You know, these guys are already, you know, tried and true, polished diamonds. And then they get the combat chassis, but they're still able to fucking bust out 3-mile runs and 1,500 meter swims. And what is it, 3-mile ruck? I don't even know what the 5-mile ruck? I don't remember what it is. But at the basis, you know, their fitness level is there. They're just carrying a little bit of an extra load. But yeah, it really shouldn't ever get to that point. Honestly, if you're going into this profession, then you should treat it as such. You need to take care of yourself so that you're not a liability. You don't want to show up to a ODA team or be augmented out to a SEAL team and be some scrawny Air Force dude or some fat Air Force dude that's supposed to be running and gunning with these special operations teams. So yeah, your physical vessel is already like your resume to an extent. People can see if you give a shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm pretty much done here. It's 2.2 miles. It's a rice farmer here. I'll go back and maybe get prepared to go to the gym here. This run wasn't too difficult. Nice, beautiful scenery. Some rice farmers. So yeah, I'll get ready to go to the gym, maybe hit some chest and some biceps, do some beach body workouts. Then I will maybe test my push-ups there. I kind of like to, I kind of like to test my calisthenics when I'm fatigued. So always, even when I was training for the pipeline, I would still go to the gym pretty often. I just wasn't lifting for like strength. I wasn't trying to do a 3-rep max or anything like that. I was mainly just training my targeted muscle groups threshold. So I was doing a lot of volume work, do a lot of like body weight bench exercise. So just load however much I weigh on the bar and do a bunch of sets of that. And then superset it even with push-ups. Then I do some sort of stretching like flies or dumbbell flies. And then superset that with like some incline bench presses or push-ups. And then at the end of the chest workout, I would do like 3 sets. I would have a target goal of whatever the grad standard was or whatever my goal was, however many push-ups I wanted to do on eval day. And I would divide that in 3. And then I would do 3 sets of that. So let's say my goal is 90 push-ups. I want to do 90 push-ups in under 2 minutes. This is like an example for an eval day. So after my chest workout, after I've done everything, I'm already fatigued. I've got a good chest pump. I would start a stopwatch and I would do 1/3 of my target. So I would do 30 push-ups pretty much as quickly as I can. And then at that minute mark, so let's say I did 30 push-ups in 35 seconds. I would rest the remainder of that minute. Once I hit 1 minute, again, hit 30 push-ups. Now I get it in like 40 seconds. It's really starting to feel it. Then, once I hit the 2-minute mark, I again go for pretty much till failure. If you can get 30, then cool, I hit my job or I hit my mark. But oftentimes I would just go till failure, go to however many I could press out, because what this is doing is it's just building my chest's ability to just withstand tension. And whenever you're doing these push-ups, it's pretty grueling, you know. You're going into this, your eval days aren't going to be on well-rested days. So you want to build your ability already way up beyond the standard. So yeah, actually that's probably what I'll do today. I don't think I can do, I literally have not done any push-ups. I've just been doing chest stuff. Sometimes I do some bench push-ups. Lady just went up to throw her pad, her garden. So yeah, I haven't been doing any push-ups at all, so it'd be interesting to see where I'm at. You've been watching some of these videos. I think I maybe have 2 chest days that I filmed on there. And I've been able to press some good weight, but it's totally different. Having this weight room strength is totally different than calisthenic strength. So people think if they can bench 315 for 10 reps, that they can easily do 90 push-ups. If you're doing them correct, like chest all the way down to maybe a fist, like this close to the ground, a fist width close to the ground, like 4 inches, and all the way up, arms to lockout. That's one complete rep. Doing 90 of those suckers is quite different than just the fucking pumping push-ups you see most people do. And this actually gets a lot of people on eval days, even with pull-ups. If you saw my video yesterday, you'll see that I went to full lockout and then chin over the bar. That's one complete rep. A lot of people say they can do, 8 pull-ups is easy. Doing them to a standard, if you haven't been doing it to the standard, it's a different game. But if you train yourself to being able to do these correct reps, it's no problem. 8 pull-ups is easy. 4 sets of 8 pull-ups is easy. And so yeah, next you'll see is maybe some gym clips. Probably get a sick chest pump. Maybe some biceps too. Maybe flex in the mirror a bit. I don't know. Could get crazy. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this series. We're gonna have it going. Hello, Pa. Hello. Sweet, dude had a... Jalan, jalan. Yes. I think the dude's stoned. He had like a marijuana leaf embroidery on his hat. Every time I see him, he's in a super good mood too. So he is a farmer. He's probably got his own grow somewhere around here. And dude's just blazing. But yeah, back to what I was saying. This is, I guess, the start to my AFSOC prep series. It's a mock prep. I'm not actually going back into the service. I'm just wanting to get back into this sort of shape. Like I said, I'm playing paintball, so it really benefits me to be at a high level of cardio endurance, and just to be strong too, being strong and fast. And whenever you do this sort of training that's included in like the tactile athlete program, you definitely reap some benefits of this. You get shredded out. So yeah, next clips will be gym clips. Well, they're closed today. The 24/7 gym manages to be closed, I guess. They're having their like 2-year anniversary, so they won't let your boy in. They closed at 5 today, but no warnings about that. Standard Insta style stuff like this happens all the time, and it's kind of part of the magic. So yep, no weights today, but I guess I'll just go home and probably still do some push-up stuff, or I don't know, could just use it as a sign to take another rest day. Could be good. My body's been kind of tired lately. I was supposed to get a massage today, so maybe this is a blessing in disguise. So I'll go home, probably beat the rain here. Looks pretty cloudy. So yeah, we'll just go back home and chalk it up as a reroute to do something else. So the gym is closed. No beach body workout today. Today is just gonna be some push-ups. I was looking at what the standards were for the PASS test, or the IFT. It's so strange. Whatever. So for the initial fitness test, for PJ, CCT, SALT, TACP, they're all the same. For SEER, it's a little bit lower. In EOD, they only have to do 3 pull-ups. So for CCT, you have to do pull-ups. You start with pull-ups, and in 2 minutes you have to do 8. Then you go into sit-ups, and in 2 minutes you have to do 50. And the push-up portion, all 2 minutes. All calisthenics, you have 2 minutes to complete your numbers. So for push-ups, it's 40, which is quite low. Well, 8 for 8 pull-ups is quite low as well. I was thinking it was like 56 or 60 or something like that, but maybe I'm confused with one of the graduation standards for one of the later courses, past entry level. Whenever you go through a different school, it's like, well, when I went through, the evals progressively were more difficult. So after you do push-ups, then you do the 1.5 mile run, and you have to complete it in under 10 minutes and 20 seconds, which I'm pretty sure is the same for whenever I applied. So what we'll do today is, I'm pretty sure I could bang out 40 within 2 minutes, but I want to show what I was talking about earlier. So we'll say our goal is, let's just say our goal is 60. We want to be able to complete 60 push-ups. That's what we want to work towards. Even if you can't do that right now, this is your goal. We're gonna build up to that. So you kind of approach it just like the gym. You start increasing volume, and before you know it, you'll be able to bang out 60 without rest. Push-ups and sit-ups are something that, and pull-ups, they're something that you can do quite often. And it's actually better for your body to be used to this sort of stimulus. With calisthenic stuff, you don't break your body down nearly as much as you do whenever you're training with heavy weights. So when we're going through the pipeline, there's like certain stuff you have to do. Like typically every time you come into a certain area, you have to do 10 pull-ups. Every time you leave, you have to do 10 pull-ups or push-ups or something like this. And it's actually really good because it just acclimates your body to this volume. So even once you come to an eval day after being in the field for a week and just getting smoked, you can still easily do 10 pull-ups or 8 pull-ups or whatever. It should be like nothing. So yeah, that's actually surprising, 40 pull-ups. Once again, this is entry level, so this is like the bare minimum. It's not that difficult. So what we'll do is we'll have my stopwatch here. I'll start the timer, do 20 solid rep push-ups, and then rest for the remainder of the minute. Once it hits 1 minute, then I'll move into my second set. Do 20 push-ups as quickly as I can. After I complete it, then I rest for that minute, and then repeat for the final set. So 3 sets total. So it'll take about 3 minutes, this exercise. So yeah, without further ado, and begin. So that's 20 and 21 seconds. Now it's 30 seconds. During this time, get your breath and take tension off the chest. Ten seconds. 5, 2, 1, begin. "21 seconds again." Some of those may have been not fully locked out, but I was really trying to press all the way up. Ten. 3, Begin. There's 20. That one was a bit faster in 20 seconds. So total, we've got 60 there. You can finish off by going till failure, or you can stay in the front leaning rest and kind of just keep tension on the chest here. You'll be in this position a lot during the pipeline, so it's good to practice it. Brace your core, try to be over your hands a little bit, and 3 minutes. That's pretty good. So now what we can do is I'll keep this running, and I'll actually do some close grip push-ups. So here we're at 325. Let the chest recover a bit and introduce this little push-up board. You can do wide grip, wide neutral grip. You can just do wide grip and close grip. It's good to also change variation of your hand placement for push-ups. Even doing diamond push-ups, dive bomber push-ups, which is where you're like focusing a lot on the shoulders. Kind of like here, and your shoulders and triceps are getting a lot of work here. Then diamond. For those, you don't want to have your elbows flared out here. Kind of allow them to come on the side of your body, like so. About 5 minutes, not much of a rest there. And then some wide grip pull-ups here, or push-ups. I don't know why I keep saying pull-ups. A little slippery on this thing. Let's see. Almost 5.5 minutes. It's good to have a stopwatch going so you can just kind of be aware of how long it takes you to do your target number. Then you just build up your endurance. So it took me about 21 seconds to do 20 push-ups. If I can maintain that pace, then in 1 minute, I'll be able to do 60 push-ups. That's granted, every single one of them is correct and you're not getting fatigued. So you're already well beyond grad standards. They give you 2 minutes to do each calisthenic exercise. And you are allowed to rest. However, the resting position is the front leaning rest. So you can, that's why I said it's also good to just do a lot in this position. This is the resting position between push-ups. So once you start to feel your chest like really burning, you don't want to keep going and dig yourself into a hole. So what you can do is you can kind of come up a little bit here, only for a little bit. They'll get on you if you stay too much like this. You can come here, you can even do a little bit of this on eval day. During the training portions, this will get your team screwed. This is the proper position, front leaning rest. So it's good to just be in this position as much as you can. Get the core strong, the hips strong, the back, chest and shoulders, triceps. Pretty much everything is engaged here. And learn to breathe. This, unfortunately, is not a recovery position and will end the test. So if you get to like 39 and you can't push anymore and you go to failure, then that's it, you failed the test. So what you can do is you can just learn to break, like especially once you get up to the courses where you have to do 60, I think we had to do 80 at one point. I don't know, maybe that's just in my mind. When you get up to these high rep grad standards, you'll probably need to take little breaks. So how you do that is you don't allow yourself to get too into the hole of muscle fatigue. Once you start to feel it get tough, you don't want to struggle for those reps. So do like 15 and then hold. Get your breath. 2, 3 good breaths, whatever you need. And then try for another 15, you might start to fatigue quicker. Maybe go for 12. Once you feel that burn, go back to the front leaning rest. And after that, just knock out 5 at a time. If you can do 5 at a time continuously, but you take breaks and you don't allow that lactic acid to build up, you can do far more than what you could if you were to just shoot your whole load right at the beginning. So you're kind of edging. You just go 5 at a time. 5 reps, pause, get a couple good breaths. 5 reps, 5, pause, get a couple good breaths. And keep doing this, so on and so forth. And before you know it, you have 2 minutes. Use all this time. The bare minimums shouldn't be your goal. You should be like maxing out every test. You should be going as hard as you can because you're still being assessed. So make sure all of your reps count, because if you do half-assed reps, they're not going to count it and you don't know what you're at. And they don't tell you how many they're counting too. They have a little counter, a little clicker, and they have it behind their back and they make it quiet. Sometimes they'll mindfuck you, sometimes they won't count any. They've just been counting in their head and you think like, shit, those were all 0 reps, I'm screwed. I just failed. But just know what the standard is, and just don't ever do anything less than. Don't do half-assed reps. Do full reps every time, make every single one count. Yeah, I guess that's it. So I'm gonna cut this off, or maybe I'll pause, I'm drinking some Dong Ding tea, and then I'll do a few rounds on this little push-up board I had made here. It's actually pretty cool. I met a wood carver and asked him if he could make one of these boards. I think they're called Sheena boards. It's like a Turkish style workout device. And he made this thing out of hibiscus wood, which I didn't know was possible. But these flower trees are very strong. Hibiscus they used to like make canoes and stuff. So yeah, I got this custom made for me and it's been awesome. I use it as a bench as well. It's like perfect. Perfect seating height like this. Good for the back. Be on my phone hanging out. Talking shit to people on YouTube. Alright, so I took a little bit of a break and drank some tea. Now Anna's in the kitchen cooking something, so you might hear something in the background. Don't mind that, it's my sustenance getting prepared. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this with some close grip stuff and maybe some wide grip stuff, and just kind of keep time, just to know kind of where I'm at. Doesn't really matter, but just for me, since I haven't done any of this stuff in a long time, I'm interested to see just how long it takes me to do certain things. So that was actually perfect, doing the 3 sets of 20 reps each. I looked back at the footage and some of those push-ups wouldn't have counted. Seems like I wasn't like fully locked out. And what I mean by that is you can see in some of them, especially when you go faster, you kind of sacrifice your form a bit. So really how they want you to do them is down and fully up, not here. This doesn't count. That's how you need to practice them. So it's good for me to kind of look at film. You should do this for yourself too. Film your workouts and look at your form and be critical of yourself, because the instructors will not be forgiving, and you know that's kind of your fault. If you leave any slack, it will get taken. So yeah, we'll do some close grip stuff here on my custom hibiscus Sheena board. Very fancy. Start out with wide, just so we can kind of stretch the chest a bit. Feel like pretty good lactic buildup there. I think that was 30, maybe, that I started to really feel it. This is obviously after a few sets of push-ups too, so it would be different rather than coming in fresh. But yeah, use your time of preparation. Like, get all of it. Track your stats. Track your growth, your progress. And be honest with yourself with where you need to sharpen. If you know your push-ups are weak, do them more. That's it. And start to target the muscle groups that are incorporated with push-ups. You need to have strong triceps. You need to have strong delts. Obviously a strong chest. You need to have a strong core. All of this stuff is included, and if you leave something out, it will get exposed throughout this training. And if you aren't honest with yourself, this will also get exposed throughout training. I've seen a lot of people kind of come up short because of this. Retrainees are typically on a different level, but at the entry level, whenever you go to the RAS, or the retrainee assessment and selection course in Hurlburt, this is a lot of people's first initiation into anything like selection and assessment related. So a lot of these people, it's their wake-up call. They realize that, man, I didn't train nearly to the standard that is required of me. And some of them get invites back, and some of them just flat out get told on the first day, like, hey, sorry, you're not what we're looking for. There were some guys, 2 of them actually. So for my RAS, there was 32 of us. Out of the week-long course, at the end, only 6 of us completed it. And out of those 6, only 3 of us were selected. One guy, even though he completed everything, they just told him like, hey, you know, you're strong, you did good, but unfortunately you're not what we're looking for. And they didn't tell him exactly why either. That's just it. The other 2, they said, you've done great, but we need you to be a stronger leader. So come back in a year. They didn't give him any other further advice from that. They just said you weren't a strong enough leader. And then that's it. Came back a year later and actually got picked up. So yeah, be honest with yourself and don't let your first shot be your wake-up call. Like, do it now. Be strong with yourself now and honest, and just train hard. Don't slack. You can build yourself up to quite an impressive level if you're just honest with yourself. That was some good rest. We'll do some close grip here. Not so close grip, it's more just like directly in line with my shoulders. But my elbows won't be flared, they'll be to my side. So my triceps are gonna be getting some activation here. Another important aspect is breathing. Learn how to breathe properly while you're exerting. You don't want to be holding your breath the whole time, and you want to keep your core braced. So learn to do like partial breaths, and when you need to, exhale fully and take a big deep breath. If you're no stranger to working out, you already know how to do this. But if you're just now starting to prepare, this is something crucial. And especially during your rest times, immediately get into the mindset of lowering your heart rate. This will become crucial during pre-dive, pre-scuba, any sort of water confidence training. You'll want to have control of your heart rate. Because if your heart rate gets high and you have to hold your breath, you're likely to either A, panic and freak out, or B, panic and pass out, or C, just shallow water blackout. You don't even, it sneaks up on you. Heart rate's too high, you go to hold your breath, and next thing you know, you're waking up on the side of the pool. So get your heart rate low and just keep control of your mind. Even when things get very, very difficult, it just is what it is. It's part of it. And you're very lucky to be there. It's an incredible experience. And you get paid to do it. Like you're doing the thing, you know? So training is a good time. Sure, it's difficult and sometimes it's hellacious, but man, I'll tell you what, it's much better than cleaning someone's stinky ass teeth. So someone like me who went in with prior military experience, I was a dental technician. Whenever I would go to these courses, I was like, it was awesome. I was stoked. I was happy to be there. I was so glad that I'm here doing this, like working out, getting paid to get worked out, like getting paid to get trained, rather than, like I said, dealing with people's mouth. So yeah, it's a great opportunity. Take advantage of it and just take it all in. Not many people get to do that. And especially if you're able to be successful, it's incredible. Even if you don't get selected or you fail along the way, like still, at least you did it. At least you had the guts to go put yourself on the line and try. So many people just talk about it and, well, I would've, Don't be like that. Like, try it, go for it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Today was just push-ups. I don't think I need to film. I'm probably gonna do just some front-leaning rest stuff. But tomorrow we'll go back to the gym and we'll see how the chest feels. I mean, I don't think I'll be sore, we'll see. If I am, then I'll find something else to do. Maybe some shoulder stuff or whatever, or even a full-on rest day, who knows. But for today, that's all. If you like this long, please give a like. I only have like 30 views each video, so this is pretty much a monologue at this point, but that's all right.